I'm really tired today. Mom gave me sugar. But I had these Reese's Pieces, so now I am feeling great now. What's up guys, Apple43 here, and today we are going to talk about Nerf Hyper. Yes, this unreleased Nerf series by Nerf, obviously. Essentially Rival, but the projectiles are much smaller than Rival rounds. And yeah, let's jump right into the video. Sometime in February, Nerf dropped sneak peeks of Nerf Hyper images, but the actual products, they have just not been released, and the build-up is killing me. So let's talk about what makes Nerf Hyper so awesome and what doesn't make Nerf Hyper so awesome. In this article on TheVerge.com, it states, Hasbro doesn't have a firm release date for Hyper yet beyond 2021, but we're getting 3 blasters to start. The $30 Nerf Hyper Rush 40 is the 40-round pistol I mentioned. It's a single-shot spring action where you pull back the entire slide, including the hopper, and fire once. The $40 Hyper Siege 50 holds 50 rounds in a pump-action shotgun design that features slam fire too. Hold down the trigger and it'll fire as fast as you pump. But the flagship is clearly the $70 Hyper Mach 10, a fully automatic SMG design that takes D batteries and spits out foam balls from its 100-round hopper. This is the Percy's, and this is its 50-round hopper. But this is the Mach 100 and its 100-round hopper. First, we're going to be talking about the Hyper Rush 40. It's just that, single shot, spring powered. Yay. So from this picture that I can see, we have 1, 2, 3, and 4 tactical rails all in one pistol blaster. I'm not sure if these are the same rails that Rival guns use, or if they are standard Picatinny rails used on real guns and airsoft guns. From the images, they do look like Rival rails, so then again, I'm not 100% sure. The Rush 40 can hold 40 rounds, obviously, and it will be running for about $30. Now, the Hyper Siege 50, it's a 50-round shotgun with slam fire, and that's pretty much it. From these pictures, we have 2 Rival / Picatinny rails, one on the top and one on the bottom, right below the trigger. I don't know why you would put a rail there, but it's Nerf. They do what they want, including not listening to their community. The way that The Verge describes slam fire is hold down the trigger and it'll fire as fast as you pump. I mean, we've never really had a good description of slam fire like that before. The Siege 50 will be holding 50 rounds and will be running around $40. Now we're going to be talking about the big boy, the Mach 100 full auto SMG design. I think it'll be the big brother to the Percy's, one of my favorite blasters so far. From what I can tell, the picture says we have 1 rail here near the front and 2 right here in the most awkward place ever. And because this blaster takes D-type batteries, my predictions are the rate of fire will not be very high. The Percy's rate of fire, it was super high because it has its own rechargeable battery pack, 9.6 volt. D batteries are only 1.5 volts per battery, so I'm not expecting a very high rate of fire. The Mach 100 will be holding 100 rounds in the hopper and will be running around $70. The Percy's cost was about $100 for only a 50-round container. This is $70 for a 100-round container. That's just wow. And I think that is a huge price improvement. Alright, now we're gonna go over the pros and cons of this whole series. Pro number 1 is the feet per second increase. So it says right here in the article, note that none of the new blasters actually breaks record for how many shots you get before reloading. The $100 Nerf Rival Nemesis and the $200 Prometheus already featured hoppers capable of fitting 100 or more of Hasbro's larger Rival balls. Rival was already capable of 100 feet per second, so 110 FPS also isn't a huge jump. I mean, I don't think Rival was actually capable of 100 feet per second. I was mostly getting around the low 90s. I don't have a chronograph, so I cannot give you exact numbers, unfortunately. But 20 FPS in Nerf actually is a pretty huge jump. Pro number 2 is round size. It also says here in the article, no, it's the capacity to size ratio of these blasters that's truly impressive. In the volume where you could previously house 25 Rival rounds, you can now fit 100 Riper rounds. Tom Warner, Hasbro SVP and General Manager of Nerf, tells The Verge. So what it's saying from this article is that a Nerf Rival round is 4 times the size of a Nerf Hyper round. So in my Chronos, instead of holding 5 rounds, I could fit 25. Also, my predictions of the FPS jump, in my opinion, I think it's because of the size. Like, smaller stuff flies better than big stuff. And pro number 3 is the reload canisters. Normally, Nerf, when they sell spare elite darts, they normally do in like packages of like 12 or 30. No, Nerf Hyper does 50 round reload canisters and 100 round reload canisters. And these aren't just some random old little tubs that you pop open, pour them in your arsenal, and then throw them out. No, you can clip them onto your blaster and use them on the field. That's crazy. Kind of reminds me of what those paintball players do. Paintball. Now it's time to wrap up this video. I want to tell you guys something. If you're not able to comment on my video, it's most likely because YouTube disabled my comments. They did on the last video, and there's nothing I can do to get them back. If you guys are interested in checking out this article for yourself, I will leave it in the description. And as soon as I get my hands on a Hyper Blaster, I will review it right away for you guys. And that is it for the video. Thank you so much for watching. Please like and subscribe and turn on the notification bells. And if you're able to comment, please comment on what I should do for the next video. And I'll see you guys later. I don't like you, YouTube. Re-enable my comments now.